final paper for the final hurdle, which is paper number 6, integrated business solution. Now this paper has been a paper of surprises. May 24 was much simpler. November 24 was completely disaster. You can check with the students. Now, what should be your approach to write this examination? What you should do in the next 1.5 days, and how should you handle the pressure of this examination in the examination hall? That is what I'll be discussing now. Now, first thing, in the next 1.5 days, what you should be doing. A lot of students, what they think is, in this 1.5 days we will revise again. We will revise FR, we will revise AFM, we will revise DT, IDT. Friends, this is not the time for revision of core subjects, because you have already written the examination of those and you have already revised them enough number of times. So a fresh revision of those subjects is not required. At the most, if you want to revise, if you feel slightly less confident in set A and set B, please understand 10 to 12 marks comes from law, 10 to 12 marks comes from strategic cost. So if you feel that you need some effort there, you can quickly glance through the index or the summary notes that you have, or you can watch a few YouTube lectures for specific topics. Again, don't spend too much of time in revising at this point of time. More importantly, your role should be, or your work should be, get a hang of what materials you are taking. Firstly, what all materials you are taking. Generally, the materials which are provided by your faculties would be sufficient, and you can also take the study material. Take those materials which you are familiar with. Don't take any new material. Second thing, you have been writing examination at the same center, so you know the difficulties of carrying so many books. Lift is available, not available, how many floors to climb. Accordingly plan how many books do you want to carry to the examination hall. That is the most important thing. Now in the examination hall, you will arrange the books in such a way that each subject is a separate stack. For example, all FR at one place, all AFM at one place, so that you don't waste time in searching. That has to be the layout of arrangement. Less important books, maybe you can keep it on the floor. Less important books, you can keep it on the floor. Main books should be approachable directly in front of you. Okay, just arrange them in order, and depends on a lot of constraints that you have in the examination center. Now, sir, you said don't revise anything. So what you should do in 1.5 days? Today, get familiar with the index, get familiar with the books that you're taking. Tomorrow, take up the case studies. Actual examination case studies, May 24, November 24. And if time permits, you can go back to the previous case study digest and all of that. Have a look at some 5 to 10 case studies to understand what is the length of the case. How much time do you need to read the case? How much time do you need to read the questions and then search for the answers? Only when you do this, you will have clarity in the examination hall. I have seen a lot of students who are like, when they reach the examination hall, and this happened in November 24 paper, we were not sure, or students were not sure what to do. May 24, the paper was direct. You could search for answers. November 24, the paper was not direct. Now, when the paper was not direct, where a lot of students faced difficulty was, they started searching for index. Now, they didn't find the answer in the index initially. When they didn't find answer in the index initially, they started panicking. And in that entire panic is where student lost valuable time. So my friends, very important, be aware of what material you are carrying. Don't go with a preconceived notion that I will do this. Depending on the paper, you have to decide. If the paper is direct, you can follow the index. If the paper is not direct, then don't waste time on index, write answers directly. That is very, very important, because even if you have 4 hours of time to read the case study and analyze the case study itself will take 10 to 15 minutes. And this is the reason why I'm telling all of you, read the case studies of the actual examination, May 24 and November 24, and see how much time does it take just to read the case study. So that when you are in the examination hall, you are prepared. Okay, first 15 minutes, I'll read the case study. Then I will write the MCQs. Then I will write the remaining answers. Before deciding which case study you will answer in the examination, please read the questions and the MCQs. And if you are familiar with it, go ahead with that. Okay, that is very important. And write the case studies, the best case study which you can attempt the first. Another thing what I've seen with a lot of students, and this was based on my interaction with my own students. I had taken a session in Mangalore as well, physical session for IBS. Some students, because you have book with you, you tend to write a lot. Okay, if it is, say for example, a 7-mark question or a 5-mark question, we tend to write 3 pages, 4 pages and all of that, because we have book in hand. I have a book in hand, I just have to copy. But please understand, the difference in marks will not be much. The difference in marks between a 5-mark for a 5-mark question, if you write 1.5 page versus if you write 3 pages, you will have only 1 mark of difference. Your fixed timing should be 1 MCQ, 1 case-based case study, 1 hour. In 1 hour's time, you have to finish it. Whatever happens, you have to finish it. You will not spend, maybe 5 minutes more you can spend, but you will not spend a lot of time. A lot of students, what they did in the November 24 attempt, they kept on writing, and ultimately what happened, they could attempt only 3 case studies properly. If you have to attempt all 4 case studies properly, very important, have that strict timing of 1 hour. And one more thing, to save time, if you know some answers directly, try to answer them on your own words. That will save a lot of time, because to take a book, to search for the answer and then to write may take you extra time. Okay, so these are few things that you have to keep in mind on the examination day. And for today and tomorrow, today go through your index, go through the difficult topics of law, strategy, cost and all of that. No need to go back to the core papers. Tomorrow, as much as possible, look at some case studies and see how can I answer them. If this comes in the exam, how will I answer them? Am I confident of answering this in the examination? Because that will help you to have a mindset to be in the examination hall. And I know all of you will do well. I pray all of you do well. All the best for examinations, and see you on the other side as members of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Good luck.